Here is my International S-Series tandem axle dump truck made by First Gear, 125 scale. We'll do a video of the outside and then the motor and everything else. This is a different style from what Copperhead Marine has. The only thing really different is the front nose and the back up a little bit here. The front axle has been brought back a little bit, better turning radius, and the hood itself is a little bit different. It's got the step back headlights instead of flush with where the grill is. This truck has the two tow hooks right there and right there. You got the International emblem on the grill. The grill is etched so you can see through it. Got your cab lights, air horn, your mirrors, your signal lights. I want to say this is probably a 18-foot dump bed on the back here on the real truck, but you can see the release for the tailgate, and if you look right there you can see the bar to disengage the rear hitch. You got the tandem wheels there. You got your hydraulic tank right there. You got your diesel tank right there with the dual steps. You got your step bracket right there to hold your tank. Pretty much the same cab. Then on the back here, you got, there we go, just set it right here. This is hard. You got your pin right there for raising and lowering the bed. You got your tail lights. This one does not have reverse lights. It's got the pintle hitch on there. You can see the rear diff right there, and the what is that there? Oh, that's just the shackle for the leaf springs. It's broken, but you can see one of the air lines there for the brakes. You got your mud flaps. You've got your pin right here for the tailgate, and your latch has the chains on it. Let's go to the other side here. You got the other two rear wheels. You got your marker lights, pin for the top. You got your wood planks up top there. This one comes with a fire extinguisher. Then there you've got your 3 batteries. You've got your exhaust right there, and that right there looks like sort of on the basis of a secondary muffler for emissions. You got your second step right there with your dual air tanks for your brakes and part of your air ride suspension. Actually, I missed a little part right there. Got another shackle there for where both set of springs hook up to for your suspension. You've got in the very center there, you can pull those bolts out of there, and you can actually pull your axle out if you break something without having to pull the wheel off. And those lower bolts right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you undo those and you can pull one wheel off at a time. Behind there would be your drums. Okay, we did the air tanks. Then the other side of the truck's got your mirrors, you got your hood latch, and this has a steerable front end on here. Crawl underneath here. You got the bottom part of your engine there. And you got the transmission and your PTO drive right there, which, as you can see, hooks up to your hydraulic tank. You got your two-piece drive shaft for the main drive line. Then you got your second drive shaft there for your secondaries. One thing I really like is, in this model, the diff is not locked, so these wheels are just free spinning. But when you turn the drive wheels, what I really like is the axle's actually, or not the axle, the drive shaft is actually turned by the axle in this truck here. Here's the bottom half of the air tanks there, and it's got a few air lines going in, one feeding to the other tank, and then you can see the line coming out and going to the back of the truck and helping with the suspension and the air brakes. As you can see, this has got the wide front tire on there, which is really nice. Since the wheel's not sitting on anything, I can turn the wheel. You can see the shackle up there turning. That's to help stabilize the truck when you're driving and you're hitting bumps in the road. Keeps you from getting all over the place. Then you got your hydraulic lines there for your power steering to go to each pump. Or are those the air? Actually, I don't know what those are. Then you got your tie rod end right there. Damn bug. You got your front leaf springs right there. And then since the hood is open, let's go ahead and get a detail of the motor here. As you guys can see, there's the turbo right there. And this could be a 671T Detroit diesel. I know International came out with a couple different motors. It could be the, just off the top of my head, I think it's the DT11. I could be wrong. But there's your intake right there. See if we can get a little better. There we go. Got the top end of the motor here. So you got your air box sitting right there, and then another filter right there, and then goes into your turbo and the exhaust. But this might be the same motor as what Charlie has in his trucks. You got your radiator right there, and let me get the other side of the motor here. And see how this motor is set back also, how it goes into the firewall. And let's see, there's your fuel filter right there, and I think that's your air pump right there, but it does not say on the emblem here what make it is. It just says S and then is blank. Really can't see inside the cab. That's about the only real bad thing on this truck. There we go. I doubt the light will work. But let's see what we got here. You can see in here a little better. Got got dual seats in there, not a single double bench. I think that's your, right by the steering wheel is your trolley brake for the trailers, not a parking brake. But you really can't see too many gauges inside, can you? Oh, there we go, we're getting something now.